Welcome to Speed Round Sunday on the Parenting Roundabout podcast, where we share a mini episode from our past for your weekend listening pleasure. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode.
Appliances, they're kind of a huge deal when you're an adult. You know, you don't realize that.
Yes.
As you're younger, but when you start looking at the types of appliances that you need to run a home or to be in a house and to live. And I mean, I know because I'm sitting here listening to my dryer bang away. And my daughter keeps telling me or asking, when are we going to get a new dryer? When are we going to get a new dryer? And it's like, okay, but it's not that easy for numerous reasons. So why don't you tell us about your oven? And
kids do think that it's kind of like, let's just go run down to the store and buy a new one, like with the pocket change we got in our wallet. Right. I have to sit down and say, kids, let's look at the Home Depot website. Do you know how much this is? Let me translate this into you in your paychecks that you get. It's always a big concern when something needs to go. Our oven came with the house. We moved here in 98 maybe. So who knows how old it is. And it's always worked okay, but lately it is just sort of taking it upon itself to decide when it's time to turn it off. So you'll be halfway through cooking something and you'll go check it and the oven will be off. So last night my husband was trying to cook something and it's like the oven kept beeping and he would go and it would be off and he would turn it back on and he would leave the room and it would beep again and it would be off. And it's like clearly a new oven is in our near future. But to get to the point where we're going to buy an oven, it has to elbow out all the things above it on the list. Like our refrigerator has on it the Velcro strip we put on when my son was a little thing and would open the refrigerator and get into it. And so we put the Velcro strip on it to supposedly keep it closed. Of course, he learned quickly how to open it up, and so it was completely a waste. But that Velcro is still on my refrigerator. So that is how long we've had this refrigerator, since he was, just a tiny thing. So obviously that needs to be replaced. If you slam the refrigerator door too hard, the freezer door pops open and then all the ice cream gets mushy. Our microwave, I think we've had since we got married, and we just had our 27th anniversary. So it's obviously probably spewing radiation. Any protective coating it had is, long gone. So it's like we have all these. And then as I also mentioned, our couch, which is really, a bunch of foam rubber with a few threads over the top. So we have a long list, man. So the last appliances we bought were the washer and dryer because they, stopped working entirely and moved themselves up to the top of the list. And I think the oven is there now, but just the thought of going out and buying things and then having them installed is exhausting, isn't it?
Yes.
It should be fun.
And
it should be, scheduling
and I'm
the
like,
guy to please don't make me do this.
Oh, that's the worst.
And I keep thinking,
6-hour window.
I keep thinking what I want to do is completely redo the kitchen. After we redo the bathroom, where the floor is falling in, which is obviously going to be many, many month project, I want to redo my kitchen. So why am I going to buy an oven now? Because then I'm going to have to match it's like I should buy the oven and the refrigerator and the microwave and the counters and the paint and the tile. I should do that all at once. But it's never going to happen. Stuff is just going to finally say, we've waited long enough, lady. If you're not redoing your kitchen, we are just pooping out right now.
We're just checking out. We're done.
We're checking out. It's been nice so long. You are now married to these footprints for whatever future design you do. So, what's up next on your guys' lists?
Well, we just last week had to replace the garbage disposal.
Oh, now that's a romantic purchase, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, like you can't even see it.
You can't even see it, but you can see when the sink fills up with green water because it's clogged. And I mean, it was for like months. It was clogging and jamming, and I would always unclog it and unjam it. And like the one time the plumber came and he showed me the little Allen wrench and how you like twist it in this little spot in the bottom of the garbage disposal to do something to get it to not jam. So I would do that, and we would. We figured out all the little ways to make it work. And then finally I was like, now it's leaking. So that's the final straw. So I called and I had to get a new one. So, and they said, the plumber said, did we install it? I'm like, I really don't know. Like, I said, the kitchen was redone several years ago. I think we just kept the same one at that time. Otherwise, maybe it was here when we got here. I don't remember. But then they looked up in their own records and found that they had installed it. I'm like, why didn't you just do that in the first place? Because it was clearly much more effective than asking me.
Why are you relying on my memory?
Right. I know nothing. So yeah, so we now have a not shiny but new garbage disposal.
We don't even have a garbage disposal.
No?
I remember them from my youth, but we don't have one in this house or either of our houses, I don't think.
We call them garburators.
Really? You just put the little thing in the sink
and just throw out all the crumbs.
Morsels of stuff yourself. It's very disgusting. But or you wash it down and then you have to get the pipes clear. Well, so what's next on your list now that the all-important garbage disposal purchase has been made?
I don't know. Well, actually, I do know. This is not an appliance, but we have been saying for a long time that we were going to rip out the carpet in my son's room. Because it's off-white. And I don't really love wall-to-wall carpet in the first place. It's only in that one room. And like I said, it's a kid's room, and it's off-white, and it's gross.
Bad idea.
So, so that's on the list. But we had gotten an estimate back when we were redoing the bathroom to have that done, and then we're like, okay, we can't do this like right now because we're doing the bathroom. So then several months after the bathroom was done, I called the floor guy, and he just basically never called me back. Like, just no response. So,
I hate that.
So yeah, so we're starting over with somebody new. So yeah.
Well,
who knows? That could take a few weeks or a few years. I don't know.
How about you, Nicole? Do you have any
Well, my dryer is definitely on the brink. It's much like Catherine's garbage disposal in that it breaks down frequently, and my husband and I will actually take the dryer apart and rig it back up again that it works for another couple months. And the thing is, it was like a cheap temporary dryer to begin with that we were just going to get to make do until we could get another one. And it's been like 10 years now.
Right.
So, so that's definitely on our list. And then, of course, the big second item on our list is to redo the flooring in our house.
Oh.
Much like Catherine, we have carpet that we hate. And for some reason, I don't know what it's like where you guys live, but here, carpet in bathrooms is a big thing.
Ugh. Yeah.
And we have carpet in our bathroom, and it's so nasty.
Oh.
And I just...
Yeah, I would not stand for that.
Rip that thing out with my bare hands. So we're kind of planning for new flooring.
Nice.
Yeah, because all of our other appliances were new. They came with the house when we bought the house, and they're still they're okay. But yeah, that dryer's just got to go, and so does that carpet.
Aw.
So anyway, those are my big items that I need to save up for. And
have the Australians pay a little fee when they come to visit. Put out a little bowl,
a little tip jar.
Do they use the dryer to do their laundry when they come through?
They do.
There you go. A little coin machine right there on it.
There you go.
Yeah, or they could pay for their stay by helping me rip out carpet.
There you go. I bet they would do that.
Manual labor.
Australians are can-do people, right?
Actually, I do have to ask my cousin to help me fix the vacuum cleaner. So
just have a list of things and say, "We're so glad you're here to visit us.
Here's what we're going to do.
Please show your gratitude by doing one of these things."
Right.
Instead of going to Disneyland, we're going to rip up carpet. We're going to Carpetland.